सेशन खत्म होने के बाद में आप लोग मुझे क्वेश्चंस यू कैन आस्क मी देन. ओके. A very good afternoon to all my dear friends. I welcome you all on the series of video lectures for the Prerna Scheme GATE 2020-21. I am Professor Ashwadeep Fuljile. Today I will cover a very important topic on production technology, a subject which covers around 15 marks. The production technology covers around 15 marks in GATE examination. In previous lecture, we have conducted the series of guest lecture over the theory of metal cutting, whereupon we tried to understand the various methodologies used to remove the material from the surface of a workpiece. And more predominantly, the most repeatedly asked questions, the focus on which the GATE examination look into it. Today, we will cover the joining processes, that is welding technique used in industries to join the metals. My dear friends, the welding terminology you people have already studied, but the GATE examination, their requirements are somewhat different. They concentrate more on the basic fundamentals. Today we will start with the session, the overview of joining methods. As far as title is concerned, the joining is nothing but through the welded joint, or it may be possible through the nut and bolt joint assembly, cutter and knuckle joint, riveted joints, and much more. Through this slide, you can understand the various joining methodologies that can be used are through mechanical methods as the screw fasteners, rivets, and other joining techniques, the adhesive bonds, brazing and soldering. It is the part of the joining terminology, but the melting point temperature or the joining temperature is at around 450 degrees Celsius. If the temperature reaches quite more than the 450 degrees Celsius, then we call the method as brazing, or otherwise if it is less than 450 degrees Celsius, then we call it as the soldering, and ultimately the welding. Now, my dear friends, is more popularly used to join two similar or dissimilar metals. See, the joining definition itself implicates the vast variety of this process. As a layman, the definition of welding can be stated as the method of joining two similar or dissimilar metals with or without application of fusion, pressure, with or without use of filler rod material, and much more. The welding processes has vast varieties. Today we are going to cover as much as possible, but looking into the syllabus of GATE, we will focus on the basic fundamentals and more predominantly ask questions in the GATE examinations. The welding processes has several categories. The fusion welding, solid phase welding. The fusion welding includes welding in the liquid state with no pressure. Union is made by molten metal bridging, whereas in the solid phase welding, the welding is carried out below the melting point without filler additions. Pressure is generally used to join the metal, whereas the union is often by plastic flow. The plastic flow, it means the instantaneous melting of the metal, as we have heard the word as the weld pool. So we can consider this as the plastic flow, the molten metal. My dear friends, in welding processes, welding is nothing but the instantaneously melting of a certain region, and joining instantaneously. It takes place instantaneously within fraction of seconds. The basic requirements of welding process is the source of heat generation. The classification of welding is depending on another measures like the source of heat generation, the chemical reaction, electric arc, resistance, induction vacuum, and the mechanical. The protection from atmosphere. For the protection, we are providing the shielding gases. As we have discussed, we will discuss in tungsten inert gas welding and metal inert gas welding. The flux for the protection from the atmosphere under the submerged arc welding, and the mechanical expulsion. This flowchart will show you the fusion welding heat sources, the electric resistance welding. What are the types of electric resistance welding? Under the fusion welding heat sources are the spot, seam, and projection welding. A type of welding is nothing but the electroslag welding. Then depending upon the chemical reaction is the oxy-fuel gas welding, thermite welding. Under the electric arc is the MMAW, GMAW, GTAW, FCAW, and SAW. The SAW is nothing but the submerged arc welding, FCW is the flux cored arc welding, GTAW is gas tungsten arc welding, GMAW is the gas metal arc welding, and MMAW is nothing but the mechanical metal arc welding. And last is the power. It is the laser beam welding and electron beam welding process. The solid phase welding, it includes the hot processes as the forged welding, friction welding, diffusion bonding. The cold processes, it includes the ultrasonic welding and explosive weldings. The electric arc, the arc welding, or generally the spot welding, it is more popularly known as the spot welding process. The arc is generated in between the electrode and the workpiece. As in this slide, you can see in a shadowy pink color the spark or the electric arc, which generates the temperature at around 18,000 degree Kelvin. And another important and remarkably point to be noted here is the electrode here has given a negative charge and the workpiece has given the positive charge. That is nothing but the anode, and other one is the cathode. Whenever the anode and cathode come in contact with each other, a spark is generated. As we all know that when positive and negative comes in contact, a spark is generated. That technique is used to weld the metal in order to behind generating a huge temperature. The electric discharge between two electrodes through the ionized gas 10 to 2000 amperes at 10 to 500 volt arc voltage. Column of ionized gas at high temperature forces stiffen the arc column, and it can have a cleaning action, breaking up oxidized on the workpiece. The heat intensity control meltings can be seen here. On x-axis, you can see the heat intensity in watts per centimeter square. On the y-axis, you can see the different types of welding techniques and through which the temperatures can be achieved. Here in this figure, you can see the air or fuel gas flames, electroslag or oxyacetylene thermite weldings, friction arc, resistance welding, electron beam welding and laser beam welding. The manual metal arc welding process are as follows. The heat sources arc between metal and flux coated electrode at around 1.6 to 8 mm in diameter. Current ranging between 30 to 400 ampere, and certainly depends on the electrode size and on what parameters we are going to select. A particular diameter of electrode is nothing but the thickness of metal to be welded. AC or DC operation, and the power ranging between 1 to 12 kilowatt. The manual metal arc welding can be understood through this figure. A consumable electrode, as you can see in this slide particularly, the consumable electrode, flux covering, evolved gas shield, welded metal, slag, weld pool, arc, parent material, and the core wire. An important parameter in particular this region is the electrode is a coated electrode. My dear friends, the electrodes have two types of classification as the covered, that is coated, or non-covered, that is non-coated electrodes. In order to suppress the liberating harmful gases, we are providing certain coatings over the consumable electrodes, isn't it? The manual metal arc welding equipments are as follows. The power source, AC or DC supply, engine driven or main transformer, electrode holder and leads. It may carry up to 300 amperes. Head shield with lens protects face and eyes. Chipping hammer to remove the slag. A black color coating, generally it is a carbon coating over the welded region that we will have to remove through the chipping hammer. Welding gloves that protects hand from the arc radiation, hot material and the electric shock. The process features, it includes a simple portability equipment, widely practiced skills. Semi-skilled labor can also operate this particular type of welding technology. It is applicable to wide range of materials, joints and positions. About 1 kg weld deposited per arc hour, it is nothing but its productivity, the rate of production, what we call generally. It is a portable and versatilely used welding technique. The properties can be excellent and the benchmark processes. It is more predominantly used. I would like to show the electrode here. Particular number is being provided over each electrode that reflects its particular type, the type of parent metal which is suitable for, the coatings provided, whether it is extruded as paste, dried or strengthened, it is dipped into slurry and dried, wound with the paper or cord. The functions of coating is the slag protection, weld pool from oxidation. Gas shielding also protects the weld pool, surface tension, arc stability, alloying and deoxidation, and some ingredients aid manufacturing as the binder and extruders. The application of manual metal arc welding as the wide range of welded products for the light structures and heavy steel structures. It is suitable for workshop and sites. High integrity, ideal where access is difficult, particularly construction sites, inside the vessels. Even though underwater welding can be performed with this technique, the joints has a wide range of materials. Limitation are as follow. It has low productivity. Hydrogen from flux coatings are liberated. The electrode live all the time. It may cause severe casualties. It is harmful. The submerged arc welding, as through this figure you can see the block of the particular submerged arc welding. From the top you can see the automatic wire feed, power source, solid slag, weld metal, run on plate, welding wire, the travel, it is nothing but the direction of welding, base metal, work connection, that is through the transformer, run off plate, flux and two flux hopper. Under the submerged arc welding, as you can see, the flux can be used as the shielding over the welding region. The flux also enhance the welding, that is nothing but the melting point temperature, and thus at around 2700 degrees Celsius of temperature can be achieved with this technique. And another block diagram for the submerged arc welding. Now the gas shielded arc processes. There are two types of gas shielded welding processes as TIG and MIG. The TIG stands for the tungsten inert gas welding, and the GTAW, it stands for the gas tungsten arc welding. As far as its title is concerned, the tungsten electrode is used particularly to generate the flux, to generate the arc between the electrode and the workpiece. The electrode used here is a non-consumable one, which is doped with 1 to 2% of thorium and zirconium. The thorium and zirconium has particular tendency to liberate electrons, and this is how particular presence of thorium and zirconium technique enhance the melting point temperature, that is welding. The alternative names we have discussed earlier, the heat source is an electric arc between a non-consumable electrode and the workpiece. Generally, filler rod material is not used if the thickness is less, and if the thickness is high, we can use the filler rod material having the similar physical and chemical properties. The gas tungsten arc welding can be understood with these two figures. On the left hand side, you can see nozzle, filler rod, the gas shielding, weld bead, weld pool, and the parent metal. My dear friends, the shielding gases used in this type of welding process are the argon, helium, argon 20% and 80% carbon dioxide can be used. The purpose of shielding gases is to prevent the weld pool from the atmospheric contamination. In order to prevent the inclusion of atmospheric dust and moisture into the weld region, and moreover to maintain the inside temperature, and it raises continuously. So in this process also around 2700 degrees Celsius of temperature can be achieved. In gas tungsten arc welding, the heat sources is the arc between a tungsten tip and the parent metal. Around 30 to 400 ampere of AC or DC supply can be used, 10 to 20 voltage at 0.3 to 8 kilowatt of energy. The inert gases, shielding gases, and the consumable filler rod can be used from 1 to 4 mm diameter. Consumable filler rod, that is the externally used filler rod material, we can use depending upon the thickness of material to be welded, certainly. The gas tungsten arc welding process feature, it has the excellent control, it has stable arc at low power, independently added filler, ideal for intricate welds, difficult welds. It has a quite low productivity as the electrode is a non-consumable, and if we wish to weld thicker material, then we will have to filler rod material that resembles into the lesser productivity. And of course we can achieve high quality which is defect free. The equipments included in this process are the welding power sources with constant current characteristics, DC for most of the metal, and alternative current for aluminum are starting by high frequency 5000 volt to 0.05 ampere. Sequence timers for arc starting, arc finishing, and gas control. Water or gas cooled torch with tungsten electrode. Electrode may contain thorium or zirconium, as we discussed earlier. They have high electron efficient liberating capacity. Shielding gases, pure argon, argon helium, argon around 2% with hydrogen. The backing or purge gas used for all single-sided welds except in carbon steel, argon, nitrogen, Formier gas, that is nothing but the N2 plus H2, supplementary shielding, the filler rod material, if we wish to use, can be carbon, manganese, or low alloy steel, stainless steel, aluminum, magnesium, titanium, copper, and nickel. Then we will see the gas metal arc welding, more popularly called as the metal arc welding process. In metal arc welding process, the heat source is arc between parent metal and consumable electrode wire of around 0.6 to 1.6 mm diameter with 60 to 500 ampere and DC supply only. 16 to 40 volt, as we can see, the power, voltage, capacity and the diameter of the electrode is quite higher. That makes this welding technique more efficient and has more productivity. The basic difference between the MIG and TIG is here the tungsten electrode used is a consumable one. That consumable electrode has no requirement, other requirement to use another filler rod material. With this, we can improve the rate of production, we can improve the productivity of welding, and that is why this particular type of welding technique is more efficient than other type of welding processes. The gas metal arc welding equipments, it contains the welding power source, wire feeder mechanism. As we are supplying continuously, there has to be a spool that will supply continuously the consumable electrode. The wire feed mechanism, it may be in power source cabinet, gun with the gas supply and trigger switch in order to control the flow of electrode, tungsten electrode. It may be manual, semi-automatic gun. It may be automatic torches available and can be fitted to the robot also. The metal transfer is through spray, short circuiting, globular, or it may be pulsed current power sources. The consumables contain solid wires. A wide variety of alloys are available. If we wish to use the flux cord arc welding, the gas shielded flux cord wires can be used. Self shielded flux cord wires, it is used outdoors, particularly in the industries, heavy industries. The metal cord wire is the light flux cover. The gas mixtures, the inert gas mixtures used in MIG is the argon or helium or the mixture of these two gases. Active base metals more predominantly used for the aluminum, magnesium and titanium. Active gases, carbon dioxide, argon plus oxygen or the carbon dioxide as we discussed earlier, nitrogen or hydrogen. The plasma arc welding, the oxyacetylene gas welding. Through this figure you can see On left hand side, the two particular cylinders with the welding torch, and on the right hand side you can see the types of flame, the oxidizing, carburizing and neutral flames. There are certain specifications for the welding terminologies, and depending on those terminologies, the coding, color codings are provided for those welding processes. You can see in this figure the two gas cylinders has particular color. The oxygen cylinder is painted with black color and the acetylene is maroon. On both these cylinders, the pressure regulating valves, pressure control gauges can be seen in order to maintain its pressure. In order to observe the flow through both the cylinders, the hose is coming out and getting connected to the welding torch. The welding torch has a particular mixing chamber wherein both the gases get mixed, and ultimately with the flux, with the spark, we can ignite the gas and perform the welding process. In this process also, we can use the consumable electrode externally if the thickness is very high, and we can control the type of flame through the uh, pressure regulating valves provided onto the torch. The oxidizing flame, carburizing and the neutral flame, it resembles towards the proportion in which we are using the gases, both the gases. If the ratio of oxygen gas is high, then we call it as oxidizing flame. If the carbon proportion is high, then we call it as the carburizing flame, or if the ratio is neutral or equal, then we call it as the neutral flame. In this process, we can achieve temperature at around 3100 degrees Celsius to 3200 degrees Celsius. This process is not only used for welding but also can be used for the cutting of metal. In most of the industries, the cutting of metal can be take place with the help of this process. It is more economical, and even though less skilled labor can also perform this particular type of welding technique. As you can see, the thermit welding, it is a portable type of welding process generally used in the remote areas. Laser beam welding. A laser beam is used through, it is used to connect, it is used to weld metal, but it is an expensive setup, and it is particularly used in industries wherein the